This is Twit.
We have a new programming language.
Oh my God.
Well, if you're going to learn 4,000 new APIs, you might as well learn a new programming language.
I'm glad I didn't go any further with my.
It looks like a diving bird.
Aaron Hilligas is going. I have a whole new set of courses.
And it totally rules.
Swift.
Swift is fast, it is modern, it is designed for safety, and it enables a level of interactivity and development that you've
Google's
never
been doing
seen
this,
on
of
the
course,
platform.
with Go and other
When it comes to speed,
languages.
Swift is great. Compare Python, a popular scripting language, with Objective-C when it comes to something like, let's say, complex object sort. Objective-C is a lot faster, but Swift is faster still. And take something like RC4 encryption, extremely computationally intensive. Python gets utterly crushed in this particular benchmark. But look at Swift. Now, Swift is also modern with features like closures, generics, type inference, multiple
Just about 4
return
times
types,
faster than
namespaces.
Objective-C. Developers love
Somebody make a gift of
namespaces.
that guy.
I know.
What was the word?
happiest person
What was the
I've
key
ever
word
met.
in there?
I'm going to rule the world.
Enthusiasm.
I think all of them were the key words.
Multiple
things they couldn't
returns. Closures are important.
You know how many people at home are going, what in the heck are these guys talking about? With Swift, you're able to reduce a common pattern that you might see in your Objective-C code like this and reduce it to something as simple as this.
Oh, okay.
And Swift defines away large classes of common programming errors. They just aren't possible.
This is smart.
Now, Swift is completely native to Cocoa and Cocoa Touch. It's built with the same LLVM compiler as Objective-C, using the same optimizer and auto-vectorizer, and it has the same ARC memory management model and the same runtime.
Wow.
Which means that your Swift code can fit right alongside
Wonder if it's a
your
pre-compiler to
Objective-C
Objective-C.
and your C code in
Couldn't
the
be.
same application.
Couldn't be. Couldn't be faster for us.
Right.
Now, Swift also enables a level of dynamism and interactivity in development that we've never seen
look at
before,
that.
with a feature we call playgrounds. To demonstrate Swift and
this is
playgrounds in
beautiful.
action, I'd like to bring to the stage Chris Latner. Come on up, Chris.
So this is smart. Remember, the Department of Defense tried to do this with a language they called Ada. They want to use the language to protect programmers
Thank you,
against
Craig.
themselves.
I'm
Right.
thrilled to be here and to be the first person to give you a taste of Swift. Let me show you how fun
Tastes
and
like
interactive
chicken.
it is to write Swift code.
So this is what you want. You want something that will have strong typing,
This is a Swift
have modern
program.
features like
As I
closures,
start typing,
but be fully
I get an immediate
interactive.
response.
That's why they use the Python
It's
example.
actually
Right.
running my code.
Python
as I
will let
type
you
it
do this.
and displaying the
Oh.
result in the sidebar to the right.
So Python as an interactive scripting language is great for
Of course,
learners.
Swift uses type inference and has powerful string processing capabilities, which make it as easy to use as a scripting language without sacrificing any performance.
That really is the holy
Swift
grail.
was designed from the ground up for Cocoa and Cocoa Touch. So of course, I have their full power at
Still a
my
lot of
fingertips.
visual.
Farhad Manju
Now, I
says
can
on
build
Twitter,
anything with
this
it.
is the big product that Tim
From
Cook was
social
hinting
media
at.
Yeah.
application all the way up to
This
a
is
high-performance
really huge. Developers, if this is well implemented, will jump at this.
Today,
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
And-
I think I'll write.
And again, what you end up with is a whole bunch of developers that don't know C.
Right. Which is good.
Well, it's good for
That's
Apple.
what you want, yeah.
It's good for
Let's
Apple.
start
I mean,
with
you-
using NS image to load.
It's not hard to learn C, though. if
it's
you know
not. It's
that
just that
language.
but you start going,
You can
deep
see
into
here,
something.
I've, the playground sees I've loaded an image. I can even
The question
see it
is, will
right
you be able
here
to
from
tailor
the-
Swift?
Now Swift is loaded with
Dun,
high-end
dun,
features
dun.
like generics.
You might be the first person to do that.
No, Drool enough actually posted a
darn.
picture of...
Here you can see I'm using an array of strings. I'm using the functional map algorithm to apply a closure to every element.
yeah, closures and
which
map.
allows me to load
This is
an
very
entire
powerful
list
stuff.
of images, all with a simple line of code.
Yeah, this is very powerful stuff.
Now, all these resources are part of this game that I'm working on, and one piece that I'm
Should have been called
still need to
IC.
finish up is the flight path for the blimp
IC,
that we
okay.
have. Now, this is a simple loop that computes the position for the blimp over time as my game plays. And in addition to seeing individual values,
This is one of the real strengths
playgrounds
of
even allow me to visualize
Python.
the
It's this
entire
kind of
history
interactive.
of a value over
It's
time
great for
as my
learners.
application
Yeah.
runs. And so now I can immediately see that this equation will cause my blimp to slowly sink.
Yeah, you could definitely see a lot of new programmers
Like
jumping into this.
Mathematica, too. Students might use this to model mathematics.
Has Apple actually done coding on stage at previous events?
No, actually,
I don't recall.
it's been a long time. They did in the early days at
Look at that.
WWDC. You'd see
Which
code.
is a lot more of what I'm looking
This is very much Mathematica.
So now that we have this the way we want, we can take this and copy it, and let's go to the game that I'm working on. It's right here. Now this is a playground just like before, but here I have a game
Holy
in the
moly.
code written using SpriteKit.
Holy cow.
Now you can see our blimp going left and right straight across the scene. And
You know, on
can
the one
track
hand, I
flight
hate the
path we
idea
just
of
developed.
kids learning to program in a proprietary language for a proprietary platform. This is absolutely not going to be cross-platform. Yet,
Now the
this
blimp
is exactly what you want to give kids.
just like I want.
Well, yeah, and once they learn how to do it here, their resistance to doing it somewhere else is going to be much higher.
It's not like small talk is.
Makes it really easy to try out new things.
This is very
Just
powerful.
by adding a few lines of code, I can enable sprite kits, per pixel collisions, field forces, and lighting effects, getting a much more interesting result. Now, Swift Playgrounds even give you full power over time. And with this timeline at the bottom of the screen, I can go forwards and backwards through the execution
Wow.
of my game, so I can
Wow.
really see those effects in action.
That's
You
amazing.
can see the balloons interacting with each other and with the blimp, just like that.
I presume there's a debugger as well.
Playgrounds give me unprecedented
Underneath it.
power to see my app in detail and give me full control when I want to refine and polish my application.
I'd love to know more
And
of
of
the
course, Swift
technical
works
details
great
on
with
this.
Xcode and runs great on iOS. So let's now jump and see what the finished product looks like.
If it's a pre-compiler or doesn't look like it.
Here we go. And this is the game that we just built. It looks pretty great. Now, as
There is a Swift
Craig told you earlier, we've
parallel
also brought
scripting
SceneKit
language,
to
which is now
iOS.
down.
With SceneKit, it's super easy to build a 3D version.
I wonder
of
if this is an acquisition.
And that's just a quick taste and quick look at Swift.
It came from the
I think you
Argonne
guys are
National
going to
Labs. It was in
absolutely love it. Thank you very much.